friends, welcome to Mystery Stamping, our 70th set of clues. Blows my mind. You know, when I first started doing mystery stamping, I struggled to find something new and different and everything every week, and now it's like I just see them all the time. It's amazing what your brain gets used to. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Cheryl Wright. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from northeastern Montana and from a windy northeastern Montana. I don't know where the wind's going, but it's traveling through here mighty fast. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a couple extra things to share with you. I don't know if it's a big sale, but there's a sale. There's some stuff happening this month. So I will show you some of that a little bit later. I just walked in the door from going to town and eating at our new restaurant. One of our restaurants in town had been purchased and just opened this week again. So we went in to eat, and now I raced back in the door and my paper is not cut, but it's so great. I know what I'm doing. You know, it's all up here as usual. Anyway, let's get stamping. Let me add my other camera and we'll see how we can get this going. There we go. I seem to be off in the toolies a little bit. Oh, well. Change a couple things. All right, that's going to be good enough. So tonight I'm going to be using Keeping Tabs. It's the stamp set, and it is an unusual one because, actually, it's not unusual. The part that's unusual, and I had this marked somewhere. Thought I had it marked in here. Part that's unusual. Remember last week I talked to you about having dies or punches available for some. This is the other one. So this, I'm moving blocks so I can get this up in the camera a little bit better. So last week I talked to you about this, and I have both the punch and the dies, because if you want to make something like this card, then you're going to have the dies, because it's going to be hard to punch in like that. But otherwise, the punch is quicker if you want to make a bunch of fast stuff. Anyway, tonight I'm going to use the Keeping Tabs bundle. And this is the other bundle in the catalog that you have the choice of either getting the die or the punch. Tonight we're going to use the punch. I did not get the die on this one. I just got the punch. So I got the punch bundle, which was a little more expensive because, you know, that's a small die. But I like the punch, just the quickness of it instead of cranking. Anyway, that's what I'm using this evening. The paper that I'm using is, let me put this in a spot I will find it. The paper I am choosing to use tonight is called To Market, and it's got some really pretty colors. And it's about some vegetables and some shopping and some flowers. I might use one of those. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on that one. Anyhow, this is what I am using. Be sure to say hello when you join me. And let me know if you're stamping with me tonight. Don't forget to share, comment, like. I think I already said that. Anyway, I think we're ready to go, and I got everything set. Last time I forgot to turn off one of my mics, and it was kind of echoey, but I think we got that this time. All right, so I need cardstock A. Cardstock A for me is going to be Blackberry Bliss. It's 8.5 by 5.5. This is all I have cut, so you'll have to bear with me on the rest. 4 by 5.5. I have to trim these down. You're supposed to cut 2 of these. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to set this aside and get my trimmer out. So 4 by 5.5. Like I said before, my husband and I decided to go to town to vote. And while we were there, we ate at the new restaurant that is actually the old restaurant, but it's opened under new management and new owners. And so we went in and checked it out. It was pretty good. Working out the kinks, you know. Tonight's only night 2, and they were already out of some things. So that means they've been having a successful run, which is awesome, especially in a small town. We rely on those businesses so heavily. So it's good to see it open again. We really missed it while it was closed. So I have 2 4 by 5.5. Did I do 2 by 4? No, I didn't. Uh-oh, I messed up. This is supposed to be 4 by 5.25. Sorry, guys. Dang. If you're with me, well, at least you get to just trim off a 1/4 inch. It's not like you have to go cut something bigger. So it's 5.25. So it's going to be the inside layer. It's not going to be as long as your cardstock A. Sorry. That's what happens sometimes. It happens a lot. Hi, Anna. How are you? All right. Cardstock B for me is going to be peach pie. I have not used this in color. I'm not a big orange fan, but it goes with this card, and so we're running with it. So this is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. I double checked my measurement. 3 3/4 by 5. Checked it from my cheat sheet. All right, 3 3/4 by 5. That's cardstock B. Then I need DSP A, and that's going to be 2.5 by 3.25. Now I'm going to have my card go horizontally. So if you're going a different way or whatever, and you have directional paper, I have to decide. Hi, Glenda. Glenda says, hi, Cheryl. It's pouring rain and sort of stormy, but it doesn't look to last long. Must be nice where you are. It's sunshiny, and we have like 40-mile-an-hour winds. So it's not what I would call nice. It's, yeah. Let me see. How's that? And change that to a 4. It's 1/4. I messed up. How's that? All right. Let me know if you didn't get it, or I'll just put it over here so you can see it better. Okay. And you can also find them on my webpage, or not my webpage, on my Facebook page. Breathe. All right. So we have cardstock A, white B, DSP A, and I am using this pretty little floral, and I have to move my water. No matter where I put stuff, it's in the way. You're welcome, Anna. All right. I'm going to do 4 3/4 by so this is 4 3/4 and this is 4 3/4. So I'm going to do 4 3/4 by 3.5, and then I'm going to cut the 1 off. And you'll see why in a second. You may not be able to do that, but I'm using the back of my cardstock as my DSP back. The back of my DSP is going to be my DSPB. That's why I get to do this. If you have 2 different ones, don't do this. Please. So 3.5. And then this is going to be 3.5. And then I'm going to chop 1 inch off. Way over in the tulies, sorry. All right, so these are my pieces. This is cardstock A, and this is cardstock B. A, B. Okay. And then a die or scrap for sentiment. I have a scrap that I'm going to use with my new keeping tabs punch when the time gets there. And I forgot to get my color. Oh, my peach pie is right there. I don't know where my blackberry bliss. Oh, I can see my blackberry bliss. So I'm ready. So let's go ahead and get started on putting this together. Find curls everywhere from my curly hair. All right, so let's go through this again. Cardstock A, 8.5 by 5.5. Basic white is 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and cut 2 of those. One's going to be for the inside. And then cardstock B is 3 3/4 by 5. DSPA is 2.5 by 4 3/4. DSPB is 1 by 4 3/4. And then a die or scrap, whatever you want for your chosen sentiment. So we'll call that, this is mine. And then ribbon. You need 6 inches and 4 inches. I have not cut mine, but I am using the new In Color Peach Pie. What's it called? Bordered ribbon. It's very pretty. It's very easy to work with. All right. So I'm going to set this aside, and I need my trimmer. I fibbed and said I didn't need my trimmer anymore, but I forgot to put the score mark in the directions. So score it at 4 1/4. Or if you don't like to score it, just fold it in half. Are you a scorer with a tool, or do you just fold them in half? Do you have a preference? All right. There we go. This is actually probably going to be a fairly quick card tonight. But that's okay. We need quick and easy also. All right, so there's that. And then one of the pieces of white go on top of this. And I'm sorry that I gave you the wrong measurement, but that's how it's going to sit. All right. I think this is the one that has glue in it. I have another one that's there that has no glue in it that I just haven't got rid of yet. And which one do I grab more often? Oh, you score. Anna scores her papers. I know there's a lot of people that just fold, and I'm like, oh, I like the score line. I like to know that I'm as close as I possibly can. All right, don't forget to say hello. I sent out an email with a whole bunch of information today. So if you're not on my email list, join it, and I will send it to you after the fact. If you're local to me, we're doing Sip and Stamp this Sunday at the Vets Club in Circle. It's $30, and you get to pick a kit. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the card base aside, and we're going to build on our cardstock B. So cardstock B is going to get this piece across the top, and then DSPA and DSPB. I don't know what else to call it. So that's how it's going to go on, only straight. Oh, I love my trimmer scoring tool by Stampin' Up. That is so awesome. So awesome. When I was a teacher and had student teachers, or knew someone was graduating that was going to be a teacher, I made sure they always got one, because I had one in my classroom, and I gave several away, I think even as gifts when we had Secret Santas at school to the other teachers. They are wonderful just to have in an office setting. Actually, at my current job, I work in an insurance agency, posting commissions and that kind of stuff 1 or 2 days a week. And I was doing some graphics and making, those sports schedules that you get, for the town. I was making those for the insurance agency to donate. And I had to have a Stampin' Up trimmer. So they bought one from me. And just the other day, my boss, also my friend, commented, that sure is a handy tool. Yes, it is. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So we put that on. And then we're going to butt this up against it. And I just heard somebody upstairs, and that's weird because I'm the only one home. You know what? It's probably the wind. I don't know if you heard me mention, but like 40 miles an hour. All right. So that is that layer. We still have the other one set aside because we're going to add our ribbon now. Now I said we needed 6 inches of ribbon. Where's my ribbon scissors? I always keep my newest pair of scissors and mark them ribbon only because then I don't feel like I'm chewing through the ribbon. I actually can just cut through ribbon and not chew through it. And then I'm going to get a piece that's 4 inches and cut that. I'm going to cut that one at an angle. See how nice they were? Just butter. Going through it right like butter. If I use my older pair, it's like chomp, chomp, chomp. So, all right. So now we have this. That's a lot of orange. That's almost too much orange for my brain. But that's all right. I'm going to get a piece of tear and tape, or you can use anything you want. The liquid glue doesn't work quite as easily, but you could make it work. Tear and tape works, and the seal or Seal Plus would work also. But this is at the top of the adhesive bucket. You know, Glenda says 40 miles an hour is pretty normal every day in Kansas. I hate to admit this, but it's normal here a lot of days too, but that doesn't mean I like it. It's annoying, just the constant drone of the wind. And then everything gets quiet when it goes away, you know, after 3 or 4 days sometimes. It's not supposed to go down until tomorrow night, so yeah. I hear ya. Those of us on the flatter land maybe, get the wind. I grew up in the mountains, and I don't remember the wind being like this all the time. All right, so you need your adhesive tape off. And I did my nails today, and so I haven't got the tips worn down. So pulling off that paper took a minute. All right, I put it at the level of the seam on the back, and I am going to attach it to the back, just on that where I put the adhesive, and then run it across the front, line it up where I want it, and then tuck that edge behind. And then it's all secure. And it gives us the illusion. And if you make a mistake, you can pick it up and you can adjust it. I found that I have a line with my dots that I can make it better. So there we go. All right, now we're going to take this piece and add it to our card base. All right. So you could use dimensionals, but I think I'm just going to go flat glue again. I will bump up my sentiment with dimensionals. Oh, I told you there were some things happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, because it's the beginning of June, Stampin' Up! Usually starts their specials or whatever on Tuesdays. But this month, they're starting their special for the month on Wednesday. And I'll show you at the end. If you want to hang out till the end, I'll show you where to go on the website. But all stamp and die bundles are going to be, when you buy a bundle, it's 10% off. But for this sale, it's going to be an additional 10% off. So I don't know if it's going to be 20% off, or you know that math that we learned in junior high where it's like 10% off and then 10% off of that. So it's not exactly 20%, but you know, close. Anyway, that's what it is. So an additional, and the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines are all discounted as well. They're taking a 10% off that. I've never heard of them discounting the machines. So this is the keeping tab set. And I thought because there were dots down here, I would use the dots one. I have not used this stamp set at all. So that means I have to kind of prime it a little. And they're stuck together. So when you punch it with the tab punch, it punches it out all the way. So they're not small, not just one area. So anyhow, I think I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss though. So I'm going to have to reach under my computer. When our dollar store was going out of business, I got this. It was Family Dollar also. I got a little computer stand. It helps so much better than balancing it on top of my other things. Margaret asked if the sale is for the whole month of June. Yes, it is, Margaret. It is. Now, if you're a demonstrator and you haven't heard the news, demonstrators get to pre-order from the new online exclusives. But they also get to order the glass mat suite if they haven't ordered one yet. So that's a part of the pre-order too. Or maybe if you have ordered it, you can get a second one. I don't know the rules on that, but the glass mat will be available tomorrow for demonstrators and on July 3rd, also with the online exclusives for customers. So that's fun. All right, I think this will work. All right. I don't know how it's going to work exactly because I've not used this set. The glass mat is so nice to stamp on. I used to always have my paper piercing mats out. Now that I use the glass mat, I never have to use that. The only thing I dislike about the glass mat is when I'm doing videos, I have that reflection. I try to keep a piece of paper there, but sometimes I don't get it done. So if you have anything, if you like the glass mat or you would like to try it. Now the cool thing about the online exclusives and the glass mat is that you can't add them to a starter kit if you do not want to wait until the end of the month. All right. I already did that, and I didn't know where to stamp the sentiment because there is a sentiment that goes with this. I'm not just stamping dots. All right. Lined it up as best I could. And there we have it. Now, whether you get the die or you get the punch with this, I had a little chunk of oil in it that I should have done a test punch, but I didn't. And it's on the back, so it's fine. Anyway, you just take your scissors, and if you're not going to use it as a tab, just round out. Oh, you know what I just did? I just used my ribbon scissors that I don't like to do. Did your mom have sewing scissors growing up? That's what these were like. So we're going to take and just trim off this edge also. This is the edge that I'm using. The side that I'm going to use because I'm going to stamp there. And I think my card looks cheery. So happy birthday. Congratulations. I might just do hello friend. And then I can make it for whatever I need it for. Hello friend. There we go. The sentiments are small enough on this keeping tab set that there's even a happy holidays on there. That's cool. That they fit up in the tab part. So that works wonderfully. I need a block. I moved my blocks out of the road. For the trimmer, I need my scrap paper and my ink pad. Oh, look at that. I already put it away. Put it away in the wrong spot, but Put it away. The two new online, the two new, what am I trying to say? The two new kits for the kit collection are awesome. One is a journal that you get to build for a trip. And it's a craft kit. There's no stamping required, but it's big. It's probably 12, probably 11 inches. I don't know. It's big. It's tall. It's not a small journal. There we go. Hello, friend. And then this just gets to go in the extra pile. Or maybe it'll go inside the card. I don't know what the inside's going to look like. Thank you. I really liked this idea when I saw it. And I thought, oh, that's going to make a wonderful, wonderful mystery stamping. All right, I'm going to use some minis. If I can find my minis. And pop it up a little. I'm using up some, this was from probably a paper pumpkin or a kit of some kind. Oh, I was telling you about the kits. And the other one is a really pretty Thinking of You. It's called Expressions in Kindness. And it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I have them listed in my email that I can send you if you want to get that. So now you need, I know I haven't used that 4 pieces of ribbon yet. Now you need to decide where you want to put this. And if you want it in the middle or over to the side or this side, I think I'm going to go over to the right and tack it down. Oh. And when that happens, that means you need another piece, a little piece of whatever adhesive you were using because you missed this side of the paper. See, it's not laying flat. It's kind of wonky because of the ribbon. So I'm just going to yeah. I'm going to do a little creative. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now it's not staying on the other side. Well, when you're tacking down, sometimes, you just have to work with it till it goes. All right. There. And now it's crooked. Maybe. I know. I told you guys I'm picky. Okay, I think I got it. Now that 4-inch piece of ribbon, just slide it under here. And it's not going to tie a bow. It's just going to be a little knot. And you didn't have to play the game. Okay, I'm going to get my ribbon scissors back out. If you're a demonstrator, I don't think the new online exclusive die bundles will be a part of the sale for us. That's kind of what I got from the leaders group, but I could be wrong. But everything else. So yeah, if you're a demonstrator, you get the discount plus your discount. Whatever discount you're at. So my new host code, I should tell you my new host code. I'll show you that in just a minute. So there is the outside of the card, and we can add a little bling. We can bling it up. Ribbon only. Let's see here. I know I have some bling that matches the orange. Actually, I have bling that matches the purple. The Blackberry Bliss. These are the ones that go with the lavender, and they carried over. So I think I'm going to use some Blackberry Bliss. Hi, Sonia. Well, thank you, Anna. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. And I don't know. I'll add a little here and maybe here. Actually, we might use some of the orange too, because I have ones that match this that are those colors. And maybe we'll do 2 below. Let me find them. So, hello, friend. What should I put on the inside? I might not put anything on the inside. You know, I do that sometimes because I never know what these cards are going to be. No. Oh. Yeah, those are the colors. There they are. Peach pie. Now, if you see on the back of the package for this designer series paper, is it to market? It lists pumpkin pie as the color, but the peach pie worked very nicely, I thought. So I'm going to use the peach down here. There you have it. That is my mystery stamping card for this evening. I will put the interior one in. The inside. Even though I did a kit class last week on Thursday, I still can send card kits out. So if you want to take advantage of the dies at the die sale tomorrow, you certainly can, and earn the card kits for the Hello Hollyhock. Hollyhock Hello. One of those two. I forget which way it was. So I do have sets available. Oh, my other thing I wanted to remind you, Stampin' Cross Country is this weekend. And if you are interested in signing up, you can still sign up with the digital option, meaning you'll get all the tutorials, all the video stamping presentations for you to follow along with your own supplies. And you'll be eligible for the prizes. The Facebook group is already open and going strong. The videos, however, will be housed on YouTube because of Facebook's change in streaming into groups. So we had to move to YouTube. And but it's not too late to join the fun. The link is at my Linktree link. And that's where you can go also to sign up for my emails. And I will pop that in the comments. And you